أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Give all the praises and the thanks to the Almighty Source Creator, the Creator of everything. Brothers and sisters, we were created. That makes us part of the creation, not separate. We're part of the creation. The rules, the laws that govern the creation also govern our anatomy and physiology. So every week we come on this program called Optimal Health on AM 360 to educate, share information, scientific verifiable information about how our body functions, how it operates. Oftentimes what we eat, what we drink, and the chemical and substance we expose ourselves to will affect our cells, their structure, their function. This would be the reason why the person would be sick. This would be the reason why the person would have a disease. This would be the reason, brother and sister. The disease just didn't pop out of nowhere. It came from somewhere. There's a source behind it. So now you're going to learn about the source of diseases. So we emphasize information shared by the American School of Symptometry, symptomatic science, that focuses on the needs of our cells to help our cells to self-correct, self-regulate, self-cleanse, recalibrate, and self-perpetuate. It is we who must provide cleaner blood with more oxygen. So we take this opportunity to welcome you to a new episode of Optimal Health on AM 360 with your host, Instructor Abdul Shaheed. And we have a couple of guests with us today. Our first guest is Ms. Rita Taylor, who's also a certified symptometry health coach and a doctoral candidate at the American School of Symptometry. She has a master's degree in culinary science as well as cellular health. Cellular health, the health of our cells. Brothers and sisters, if our cells are healthy, we will be healthy. If our cells are sick, we will be sick. If our cells are congested, we will be congested. If our cells are inflamed, we will be inflamed. I hope you see the connection. So most people ignore their cells. The symptom is an indication that our cells are compromised. They need our help. So we don't do anything. And then pretty soon we have a full-blown disease. We're not supposed to have diseases, brothers and sisters. The Almighty equipped us with everything to take care of our health. But no one is teaching us how our body functions, how the cells function. So that's why we have this program as a community service to share with people about how to live on this planet, how to select their food scientifically, and how to cook the food scientifically. 90% of the time we have disease because of the food that we're eating. And many of the conditions we have are not hereditary. It's just that we make the same mistakes as those people that came before us, and we get what they got. Their diseases. They pass them on to us. So we have the ability to fortify our cells against diseases, our DNA, our blood, our organ against diseases, against microbes, parasite, toxic metal, radioactive isotope, all these things. But no one is teaching us. But now we have a school called the American School of Symptometry. We're a student there, myself and our guests, and we're sharing knowledge from that school. You can become a student as well. See, you can become a student, get advanced knowledge, and you'll be more valuable to your community. Instead of waiting on the physician to reverse your condition when they cannot do that. They treat symptoms. Symptoms not the disease. It's an indication that the cells need our help. And sometimes they know what kind of help to give them. Your physician would be treating symptoms and adding more inert substance to your blood, to your organ, to your tissue, to the intercellular spaces. That's what would be happening, brothers and sisters. You'd be still stuck with your disease, and the source would be still stuck in you. So we're talking about the Source Removal Institution, the American School of Symptometry, one and only. So we thank you for joining us here on Optimal Health on AM 360 with your host, Instructor Abdul Shaheed. And I know we have one of our guests with us already, Ms. Rita Taylor, and she's going to be talking about low iron in women. People asked us to come back with this episode and talk about low iron in women. Once again, we can't talk about it enough. It caused so many problems for our sisters, for our mothers, for our aunt, for our nieces. So we're here to help them to understand what will be happening to them in their own body. No one is teaching this information. So we're taking it upon ourselves to share it. So welcome to a new episode of Optimal Health. We certainly appreciate you joining us here today, or you could be somewhere else. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to continue to learn and understand what a human being is.
Mm-hmm.
A human being is an energy-dependent biological organism made of cells. Inside that cell is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you'll find DNA, genes, chromosome, chromatin. The genes is what the Almighty used to create us. He created us perfect. But is man perfect? No, he's prone to error. Why? He doesn't know how to take care of himself. He doesn't know he has to produce 12 neurotransmitters and neurons by the billions every day to be a normal human being.
Mm-hmm.
To make excellent choices. And when he cannot do that, you'll be making a lot of wrong choices. You'll be heading off in the wrong direction. This is what gets man in trouble, his decision making. And no one is educating him that you must produce 12 neurotransmitters and neurons by the billion and remove the neurofibrillary plaque from your brain so your brain can function. That is our command center. But it is our mind that makes all our decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But if the brain is congested and calcified, so will the mind be. Absolutely amazing. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to let our guest say a couple of words, and we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back, and she's going to start sharing with us the information about low iron in women. Mrs. Rita.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Yes, we have a show for you. And this show is about low iron in women. And it's a personal testimony about what symptometry has done for me since I joined about 10 years ago. And what I've learned and what I know that if it helped me, it can help you too. So low iron in women, I'd like to share that with you. And hopefully you can take something home and work on it. But symptometry is the only um, science that can remove the source of all diseases. It is the only, I just want to stress the fact, only. Nobody can change the way just have something happen to you. Like if you break your wrist or something like that, can the doctor really do something about it? Yeah, they can do surgery, but can it fix it permanently? Symptometry is the only company, no, the only science that can share with you and help you overcome that. So remember that we are source removal science. So I'd like to share that with you. Thank you, Brother Saheed. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mrs. Rita. Certified symptometry health coach. And in the doctoral program at the American School of Symptometry to be a symptometry doctor, the source remover. There's no incurable disease, brother and sister. We just have to go to the right place to remove the source of the disease. To remove the source. Every disease has a source. So when you talk to your physician, ask him, do you know the source of this problem? But he would say, no, I don't know the source. But yet and still he'll give you a pharmaceutical and treat the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Now you draw your own conclusion. You have to draw your own conclusion. We all get sick at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all make mistakes. That's why we get sick, brothers and sisters. We're not supposed to be sick. But if we make mistakes and repeat the mistakes of the past of our ancestors and people that came before us, we will get their disease. because they compromise the genes that came from them because they did not cure their disease.
Mm-mm.
So imagine if we cured all of our diseases, we wouldn't be passing them on in the genes to other people coming after us. This is why this is so important. So we can become disease-free, free of disease, and not have to pass those diseases on to future generation. Think about that. So brothers and sisters, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And then Ms. Rita, our certified symptometry health coach, and our guest today will be sharing information on low iron in women. Please do not go anywhere at all. Take a moment to call someone, share the link with them, and ask them to join us here on Optimal Health on AM 360. We'll be right back. Thank you.
People get sick all the time. However, even after years of research, physicians don't have the faintest clue why most sick people find themselves in the predicament they do. Will they just accept the same treatment without truly getting to the bottom of what is happening to them? Not anymore. Symptometry draws attention to your cells, the building block of your being, allowing you to understand what needs to be done and paving the way for self-correction. Developed by Dr. Maxwell Nardi, symptometry is not medicine or even its alternative. It is a study designed to fill in the void left behind by the most common scientific fields. Symptometric science has proven time and again over 31 years that chaotic eating and living are not in the best interest of the cells. It's about time we change that. To understand symptometry, dive into a whole new world of cell-based knowledge and profoundly appreciate human cells' work. Get your copy of Symptometry and Symptometric Science at a Glance by Dr. Maxwell Nardi now.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You're with Abdul Shaheed, your host, and this is Optimal Health. And we also have our two guests with us today, Mrs. Rita Taylor, certified symptometry health coach, and in the doctoral program at the American School of Symptometry. And we also have Ms. Yvette Dean, who both of us will soon have our master's degree in culinary science, emphasizing scientific cooking and scientific eating, all about food. Brothers and sisters, food have two sides to it. It has an upside and it has a downside. No one is teaching you about the downside of eating, but the American School of Symptometry. Absolutely amazing. We'd like to welcome everyone once again here on Optimal Health on AM 360. We thank you for joining us today. We have two very important topics that we'll be sharing. Ms. Rita is going to start us off with this discussion, low iron in women. And the other topic would be the downside of surgery. Brother and sister, we live on planet Earth. And there's two sides to everything. There's an upside, there's a downside, there's plus, there's minus, there's positive, there's negative. That is the third law of classical physics. That's what it means. There's a pair for everything except the Almighty himself. He's the only unique. Everything else has a pair. So we have to understand where we are and why we have diseases. So there's sickness and there's disease. How do you avoid the sickness? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about. So Ms. Rita.
Brother Shaheed, assalamu alaikum. Well, I'm here to share with you and follow what you just said, that we are a source removal therapeutics. And what does it mean by that? Do you know that the disease that you guys, we all have, came from our forefathers and ancestors 3 million years ago? And we didn't know that. So you happen to have picked one of them up. And unless you get to the bottom of that disease, your doctors can give you all the pills in the world and it will not work. So when we say that we are source removal, we go all the way back to tell you, to show you that your disease didn't come from anywhere, but it came from your ancestor, your gene pool. And that's where it comes from. And unless, and brothers, he said, unless you clean yourself up while you are here on earth, that disease will go back to the pool and somebody will pick it up and do it over, and it will be in the family over and over again. And I have some in my family that I'm dealing with. So I know we all have some. But anyway, today I wanted to share with you the low iron in women. And when I say this, I mean it with a passion because I have been suffering from this for since I had my first period at the age of 12 until I came to symptometry. I was anemic all the time. Anemic left and right. All kinds of things were given to me and it didn't work. But I came to symptometry, took the right particulates and the molecules. And I can assure you that today I'm back to normal, strong as ever. And I can box with anybody in the world because symptometry went to the source of my problem. Okay, so I know that we all do know about iron, but women have more issues with iron than men. Okay, do you know that, do you know of women with menstrual issues? I was. Let me tell you why I said this is my testimony. I had a period at 12, but at age of 12, I didn't have my period for another 6 months. And then what happened? I have to get an injection for me to get my period back. And that's what I did all the time. All the time, I have to get injection. Can you imagine a 12-year-old getting an injection because she can't menstruate? Well, that happened to me, but I didn't know the root cause until I came to symptometry. Do you know that women stop menstruation between the age of 35 and 50? Plenty. I have a girlfriend who stopped menstruating at the age of 40. 40. Okay? She had fibroid, but she stopped menstruating at the age of 40. Is it normal? No, it is not. You're supposed to have your period till you are, so 55, depending on the, 48 years since you have your first period. You're supposed to have period. You're not supposed to stop before menopause. But a lot of my friends, a lot of us do have this issue. Again, did they know about symptometry? No, they don't. So, and symptometry is the source removal of diseases. Okay. Do you know of women who stop menses before menopause, before 50? Plenty. I'm telling you, this is a story that resonated with me because not only did it happen to me, but it happened to others. No, I did not stop menstruating before 50, but I have family members, I have friends who have stopped that menstruation. Did they know the problem? No, they don't. They thought it's normal. Okay, but until they find out about symptometry, that period that is in them has to come out, and they don't know that. It has to come out. It's not normal for you to have that. Okay, is menstruation a hormonal problem? Yes, it is. Okay, and it is. It is a hormonal problem. We are not producing the right kind of hormones because we're supposed to have 30 hormones for men and women, and 36 for people who are pregnant. So you have to know that. Again, does the world know about it? No. Student of symptometry science knows about that. Okay. So why? Why is it that girls like me, who have happened to have, started her menses at the age of 12, have to struggle throughout her life, throughout childbirth, throughout everything else. And I was promised that it will go away, and it never did. Again, the lies that were perpetrated to me during my teenage years and my 20s and being a mother was not solved until I came to symptometry. Okay. So after puberty, girls begin to suffer from iron deficiency. And that's what they call anemia. I was told that I was anemic from the age 12 when I started my menses. But all they did was give me some pills. The pills were horrible pills. I didn't like pills and I didn't take them. They gave it to me and I threw them away because I thought it didn't agree with me. I guess I was smart enough to know that drugs were bad for me, but it just smelled bad. So I didn't take it. Okay. So what happened? So I was anemic. And and it has nothing to do with your ovary. It has to do with your liver. Okay. Only the liver produces a hormone called hepcidin. Okay. It's hepatitis produced to regulate the absorption, regulate ion recycling, maintain homeostasis, regulate macrophages, activate especially against bacteria and fungus, but not against viruses, and regulate anthroposis, where the number of size of red blood cells produced every 3 months. Our red blood cells are supposed to rejuvenate every 121 days. Girls whose parents don't request symptometry services to solve their menstrual problems like I did, and request gynecologist service because they don't want to change their diet. Well, first of all, my parent did not even know what symptometry is. And secondly, I would have not listened at that age because I wanted to eat everything. I want to eat chocolate. I want to eat all the sweet stuff. And I didn't know that chocolate was poison for me. And I'll tell the story again as we go on what it helped with my cramps. Okay, so these are the issues, the restriction that we need to have. My parents didn't know, and they wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Okay, so you go through the nightmare of menstrual situation, cramps. My cramps were so horrible that I'm in bed for 5 days of all the period, and I'm screaming at my parents, what are you doing that for me? Why are you doing this to me? Why am I so crampy? And they say, oh, when you have a baby, it will come, it will stop. No, it did not. It did not stop because you know what? I was killing myself. I was eating some things I wasn't supposed to eat. Chocolate was the first thing they gave me as a birthday gift. And I didn't know that chocolate had theobromine, it had poison. And that was one of the reasons why my cramps were horrifying. So I want to share my story that it is there. We cause it ourselves, and we the only one that can change it. Okay. So the other thing is we also have sedimentary sludge. Okay. The sludge from the brain, the kidneys, and the liver is a woman's to every woman's problem. So, what is this sedimentary sludge that we're talking about? It is in the liver intercellular spaces, covering up the liver hepatocytes and the cells and of the pituitary gland, which so you can call symptometry to remove the sludge. That's why we say self-removal, and we will give you the particulate to remove the slide. And also, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to change your diet lifestyle so that you can eat the right food to help you remove that. Okay. So, how can the hepatocyte of the cell of the pituitary gland, uterus, and ovary produce phospholipase enzyme to repair the plasma membrane where sedimentary sludge is covering them? They can't. You know what? The plasma membrane is where we put all our debris, all our PFAs, all our preservatives, all the things, the poisons that we have. It stay on top of it until phospholipase really, repair it. Nothing goes in and nothing goes out. Okay, so how can nutrients and resources enter the hepatocytes and other granular cells to make hepcidin, estrogen, and progesterone? They can, because the sedimentary slide I'm talking about is covering the plasma membrane. And that plasma membrane needs to be repaired because without that, nutrition can go in because everything is stuck there and nothing goes in and nothing goes out. So how can kinase and cyclin enzyme divide the hepatocytes and the granular cells so that they can produce hepcidin, estrogen, and progesterone when they have no nutrients and resources? They can't because the sedimentary sludge is covering the plasma membrane. This is a scientific explanation why women have menstrual problems Nobody told me when I was 14, 13. Nobody told me this until I came to symptometry. Okay, telling them the truth about menstrual problems. I did not know that. I did not know that. It's too bad. But because I know, I want to make sure you don't go through that same situation. And that's why we have symptometry signs to help us avoid that. And so your health belongs to you. Yes, it belongs to you. And you're the only one that can change that. I'm telling you my story because I suffered. I suffered badly throughout my growing up years. Okay. So we are in the dark, knowing we know nothing about hormones that regulate menstruation and how they are produced. We don't, because the doctors won't tell you. Okay. So what did they say? Do surgery. Well, let me tell you, do surgery. Let me tell you, I never got to that situation of surgery until I have my babies. I have my two daughters. I have C-section, two of them. And that is the death knell of me. Having that C-section. That's the reason I'm in symptom. That's the reason I'm in pregnancy manual, because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. What I went through. I couldn't eat for a week. I couldn't breastfeed. The pain was so stressful. It just horrifying. It's still ingrained in my mind after all these years. And women, do not do surgery when you're pregnant. Go vaginally, because if you do, you're going to have problems with your bladder. You're going to have problems, which I do have. I do have that problem because I did not know. I'm sharing my story because if it happens to me, it can happen to you. And I'm passionate about this because I went through a lot during, basically before I came to symptometry. So, yes, females, you do not need surgery. You do not need C-section. Symptometry will help you have your baby within an hour if you follow the regulation, if you eat the right food, if you do all the things. But you know what? The doctors don't tell you now, because they make more money with surgery than they do vaginally. So they say, oh, yeah, it's good for you. But also, I was in the dark. I was in the dark because I went through so much pain on my first childbirth. I was in labor for almost 40 hours. I was in labor. I was screaming and yelling. And yes, on top of that, I had C-section. So mine was painful. And with that in mind, I made a promise to the doctors in myself that I will never let anybody go through what I went through, because that was traumatic. Yes, I wasn't producing the right hormones. I wasn't producing, my osteoception was not functioning. Why should a person be in labor for 40 hours? Again, it all boils to the fact that I have been anemic, and I never replaced any of those with the right medication, with the right particulates and molecules. I never did. But I'm here to share with you that you don't need surgery, because surgery is not good for you. Yes, if you have to do surgery, fine. But if you do, make sure that you have symptometry in your back pocket to help you heal. I did not know about symptometry when I had my kids years ago. And I didn't know that, having surgery was not good for me to do it a second time around. I was given a choice not to have it, but I did, because I said, oh, that pain is so indelible in my brain that I'm not going to go through that. Okay, so now I have to ionize that surgery that I went through, because I have scars. I have scars. That scars need to be ionized. And again, brothers and sisters, symptometry is the only place that can ionize that scars for you. Okay, so now we talked about everything else. Let's talk about why our women have heavy menses or light menses. Do you know that some women, is supposed to really have a period for 4 days, 4 to 5 days, and it's supposed to stop. But some women, and some friends of mine, their periods are so heavy. They have to change so many times. You know what? There's something wrong. They need symptometry to correct that situation. I did not have that issue, but I had pain. I had pain. Okay. And then when I was pregnant, I was told that the cramps and everything else will go away when I had the baby. Oh, lies, 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 lies. It did not go away. After I had my baby, the pain came right back. Again, I was killing myself. I was eating chocolate, and chocolate had poison called theobromine. That was one of the causes of my cramps. Again, I didn't know that till I enrolled in symptometry. Okay, so what about women with fibroids? Do you know what caused fibroids? Is your doctor going to do surgery for you and you think that fibroid is gone? No, the fibroid hasn't gone anywhere. It will grow right back. Symptometry is a source removal, and we can help you with your fibroids. You don't have to go through hell to do that. Okay, so all I can tell you is that our life is in our hand. We have symptometry, and symptometry is here to teach us, to help us avoid the pain and all the things that we don't have to go through. And this is my life story. This is my testimony to let you know that symptometry is here to remove all the problems if you're willing, and if you're willing to do the heavy work, if you're willing to do the heavy lifting, you can get to the other side well and healed, because we go back to your ancestors. We don't just give you pills. The pills we give you have a reason for you to take that particulates. Okay, so why iron? Every girl and every woman must have iron levels for the following reason. Ferric iron from symptometry is not the bogus ferrous iron that physicians recommend, which I took for years. They would do me any good. When I met the doctor, she just laughed. I said, "Well, I'm anemic, but I've been taking these pills." And she showed me, "Where's your pill?" We showed him, and she laughed. I was not taking the right pill for my anemia for all those years. Okay, and they prescribe all kinds of things that doesn't work. Symptometry pill provide the hormone hepcidin with more potent slouching pressure and power to shred the old endometrium into pieces and replace it with a new one on top, allowing the perimeter and the meiotrium and the ovarian membranes also to renew themselves, thereby making the post-puberty girl and a woman instantly healthy. I wish I had that. I wish I've had that during my 20s and 30s. I wish I had that. I did not, but I do know now. And that's why I want people to know that there are solutions to our problems. Okay. Iron activates thousands of enzymes, including the 20 digestive enzymes in the body. Therefore, for a woman to have low iron level is almost sacrilegious. You should not have it. We should not have low iron levels. Your iron levels should be optimal. Okay. Okay. It also raises the woman pain tolerance level, making her feel little pain during childbirth. Provided cheese, yogurt, and chocolate are not consumed. However, the pain associated with arthritis in the knee, hip, hand, neck, wrist, lower back has more to do with concretion than with hormones. Okay, so let me tell you something. The pain during childbirth, oh, I will never forget it. Never forget that. It was painful because my body was in tatters. My body did not have the right nutrients. My body, I was eating, but I was eating garbage. So I could not even breathe to have my child for 40 hours. I was in pain, and pain was intolerable. So, how is hepcidin influence? Every girl or woman who menstruates loses iron. We do lose iron as we go through our menses. Hepcidin recycle iron preventing the woman from depleting its iron reserves. What happens when there's no more iron to recycle? Expect the woman to experience the following during menstruation: smelling menstrual blood or discharge, exhaustion during menstruation. I used to be in bed. I used to be in bed all the time because I couldn't do anything, cry my eyes out, clots in the menstrual blood, dizziness during menstruation. Okay, dizziness during menstruation, vertigo during menstruation, lower back pain during menstruation, nausea, vomiting during menstruation, mood swing, bipolar, anxiety attack, panic attack, memory problems. Okay, should the woman consume an iron tonic or take iron supplement to address her iron deficiency? Those are, I won't recommend it because I took them and it didn't help me. They were a temporary thing. It never went to the root cause of it. It was something to help me weather the storm at that moment, because sedimentary sludge is still in my was in my liver, in my ovaries, in my uterus, and my pituitary gland. A symptometry doctor must remove all of them. And women who consume too much iron too can be a problem. It will prevent iron deficiency and suffer from the consequences of iron toxicity. You can, you see, in our cells, you have to have the right balance. It cannot be too hot. It cannot be too cold. It has to be the right balance. You can't have too much iron and you can't have less iron. So why do we recommend symptometry science? Because iron pills will give you that balance. It will give you that balance. Okay, so a woman who has too much iron to prevent iron deficiency will suffer from the following iron toxicity, which include low blood pressure, which is not bad because blood pressure at a low or high is bad for you. Blood in the stool, not a good thing. Blood in the when you vomit. Mm-mm. Constipation or diarrhea, abdominal cramps, headaches, dizzy spells, not feeling well. You can't tell where it's coming from. Okay, so hepcidin prevent all of the above. Hence, it is important lies in the fact that it regulates ion recycling. Is hepcidin more important than estrogen? No. Hepcidin regulates the use of ion, its recycling and availability, made with good cholesterol, HDL, can properly regulate menstruation and produce the mucus plug to seal the cervix. So we have the cholesterol nightmare. Do you know the cholesterol nightmare? The cholesterol nightmare, the progesterone, estrogen, estradiol are all made with good cholesterol, which is called HDL. But how can a woman have enough good cholesterol when she consumes the dirty seven? And I was a member of the dirty seven. I didn't know that till I came to symptometry. And what are the 37? The eggs. I ate eggs all the time. Chocolate is the first gift I got. Every time I have a birthday, that's the gift they give me. Chocolate. It has through bromine. Eggs. Oh my gosh. Nuts. I ate nuts for breakfast, nuts for lunch, lunch for dinner. Milk. You're not supposed to have milk after 4, but I was drinking milk. Coconut oil. Palm oil. You know what? They are all heavy oils, and our body need light oil. Butter. Yes, I used to eat that quite a bit of butter and margarine. These are what we call the dirty seven. These are the things that women should steer away from. These are the things that I wasn't even aware that it was doing anything to my body until I came to symptometry school. Now I do know that. I tell my kids not to do it. Whether they do it, it belongs to them. It's up to them. But I want to share with you that low blood iron is something that a lot of women faces. It's something that we take for granted. It's something that we think the doctors are going to fix it. No, they don't fix it because we don't know how we got it. We got it from our ancestors that we need to get to the bottom of it to remove it. And if you don't remove that, you are going to have this disease, whatever you have, like mine. I want to still, I want to make sure that I don't carry that to the next generation. I want to make sure that I am cleaning myself up in so much that when I don't come back to this earth. Because what it means when you say come back means that you come back with the disease that you had and you didn't do anything about it. And means that somebody in your family is going to get it. Because when you're born, 10% of your genes came from your mother, 10% come from your father, and 80% come from your gene pool. 80. So the gene pool is where things are. And it is our duty to make sure that we clean ourselves well so that we don't come back with the same disease. So when we talk about symptometry being a source removal, you can take it to the bank because we are. And we will help you get there so that your next generation does not get it. The herpes, the, the syphilis, all those diseases that we have that we don't know where it came from. It came from our ancestors. And those are not going to be covered with pills. You have to get to the bottom to remove it. And when you remove it, you will find yourself healthy. Look, I'm a healthier person at my age than I was at 20. The cramps, the pain, being in labor for 40 hours. I was not going to do that. I'm going to do everything to help people. So, Brother Shaheed, this is my life story. And I want people to know that symptometry will help them if they really want to do the heavy lifting. No, it is not easy work. But if you're determined, as my mother said, if it's to be, it is up to you. Brother Shaheed.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Rita. We're going to see if anybody have any questions, but before we do, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Thank you so very much.
After 30 years of research, the results are in. Consumption of certain foods can be harmful to your physical and mental health. When diagnosed with a terminal illness and given a low chance of survival, Dr. Maxwell Nardi had a deep feeling that food had caused cirrhosis of his liver. When no cure was available through medication, after years of extensive laboratory research, he invented symptometric science and used it to save his life. Through research, Dr. Nardi discovered that some common foods are harmful to the human immune system and that overconsumption can destroy stem cells. Stem cells govern the immune system and vital organs like the liver, heart, and kidneys. Dr. Nardi's research offers cures for diseases, body aches, hair, and memory loss. He discovered by eating the right foods, necessary energy is created to help live a long, healthy life. Results from his incredible research is now available in the book, What to Consume, Mankind's Safest Consumables. Now available through Amazon and Kindle. Listen to these verified Amazon customer reviews. 5 out of 5 stars. Very good information, mind-blowing. This book really opens your mind. It's a very short read. Once I started reading, I couldn't stop, so I finished it in one setting. I recommend this book for all. Thank you, Dr. Maxwell Nardi. Learn how to live a more healthy life today. Order What to Consume, Mankind's Safest Consumables by Dr. Maxwell Nardi at Amazon and Kindle.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You're with Abdul Shaheed and our guest, Ms. Rita Taylor, and we also have coming up shortly, Ms. Yvette Dean. We're all a certified symptometry health coach. If any of our guests have a question for Mrs. Rita, this is the time for any question that you might have. Low iron in women is what she talked about. Low iron, many issues the woman will have if she's anemic and have low iron, many issues. So if anyone want to have a question for our guest or a comment to make, now is the time. We certainly encourage you to do just that. You should have a question. Anyone?
Yes, I'll be the advocate here.
Go right
Hi,
ahead.
everyone.
Ms. Yvette, thank you for joining us today. We certainly appreciate you being here.
Thank you. So yes, iron is a very important topic because we as women are always depleted, always. As Miss Rita was saying, because we bleed.
Yes.
We bleed, you know, and we just, which is wonderful because we create life.
Yes.
Okay, so as young teenagers, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to go through this. It's a bothersome. We cramp up. We're moody. All of that. But the amazing thing is that menstrual helps us to create life. We bring life into this world. Okay, so we're the master queens
Absolutely.
because we bring life into the world.
Yes. And symptometry want even the life you bring into the world, they want to make it easier on you so that you don't have to go through a lot of the things that I went through with my kids. Are you basically going through pregnancy management, which is the basic foundation for every child, for all the disease that your ancestors had. We have an opportunity to start afresh and start the child afresh so that child will have less issues without it. So yes, we bring life, but the life that we bring was sometimes very, very painful. 20 hours of surgery, 20 hours of labor, 25, whatever. They think it's normal, but it shouldn't be normal. It should not be.
Yeah.
But that's why symptometry science is here, to let you know that you can have a child in a healthy way with a good foundation.
Yes. And we also must let people know that, there are different types of iron, right? Don't let be persuaded to just go buy anything because our cells will not accept certain irons. Right, Miss Rita? What type of iron
You're
is that?
right. You're right, because that's what the kind of iron I was taking all my life until I came to symptometry. Because the iron that we're taking was not the right kind of iron, didn't have the right balance or valence. So it wasn't doing anything for me. Somebody was getting my money, but I wasn't getting any benefit from it. So the anemic never went away. It
That's
was
it.
there.
Because it was the
It was
wrong
there.
type of iron. We need what we call ferric iron.
Exactly. The ferric iron is what I've been
Ferric
on.
iron. that has power, strength, and force.
Exactly.
See, our iron products have energy that we're made of.
Energy. Yes.
We're made of energy.
And believe me,
We must have products that
Sister
also
Yvette,
provides us with energy. Right?
exactly. Yes. It provides us with the force, power, and strength, and pressure, all that. That the iron that you buy at the grocery store, the iron that you buy at the multivitamin store, they don't have those. But they're not cheap either. So I mean, we do have the right iron, and I think when I started taking the right iron, I saw the difference in me. I saw the difference, basically in my period, and I saw the difference. So,
Yes, and your
so
body will tell you the right iron too, because your stool will turn dark green. That's how I know
exactly.
you're filtrated
Mhm.
with the right iron. If you take iron
Mhm.
now, you're
Mhm.
probably constipated because you're taking the wrong iron.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
More than likely, you're constipated. And you're not
Yes.
seeing your stool dark, rich green. It's amazing
Mhm.
color. And it's like, oh, and you feel good because you're getting all this energy flowing in you, right? All this force, because everything must move, stay moving. So with symptometry products
Mhm.
that's made of energy, from particulates to molecules and supplements, is what our cells need. Not nothing that's going to stagnate them, something that's going to have an inert substance
Mhm. Yeah.
in our body.
So
Absolutely.
that's why we recommend that, what, you can be a patron, but you can also learn a lot when you register at symptometry, because we have the key to help you live better, longer, and healthier life. So I'm delighted to be able to share my story about my anemic situation throughout my life, until I came to symptometry. I was in the dark. I was in the dark. And
Mm-hmm.
I want the world to know that they don't have to be in the dark. You don't have to go and spend money in the drugstores. Why Centomet will give you the ferric iron you need, to help you, maintain the rich iron you need. So anyway, that's my story, and I just happy to share, and I'm happy
Excellent.
to, yeah, to share with you guys everything.
Let me see if anyone else have a question or a comment. Anyone else? Question or comment? Someone got to have a question for you before you leave.
I guess I did a good job with that. So
Yeah, you did an
maybe
excellent job, but I'm sure they have some question in their mind.
yeah, well, let me tell you
No
something.
question is a dumb question.
Yeah, iron is critical for all of us, and we cannot
Absolutely.
downplay the iron needs of the body. You need iron. You need the right kind of iron.
Did anyone experience any of the symptoms that Mrs. Rita went over today from being anemic? She described many symptoms.
Many.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, Brother
Yes,
Rashid. Thank you for
yes,
joining
sir.
us.
Oh man, I tell you, to the reader, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that story, that testimony, as you refer to it as. Now, the question I have is the importance of why men need to know what you just said, just to get along. So,
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. That's a
you
reflection
know,
on men when women are not feeling well.
yeah, we get to arguing, fussing, and fighting. Don't know why the person is acting the way they acting and stuff, and
Yeah.
you don't have a clue. So this education is essential for the whole family unit. So I just want you to, if you can share with that a little bit, I appreciate it.
Let me tell you something. You're correct. Okay, we all need iron. All of us, whether you're a man or woman. Okay, and we need to produce hormones. We are supposed to produce 30 hair hormones and 36 for women pregnant, people who are pregnant. And you need to produce the right kind of iron. Your mood swings. And let me tell you something. I was all that. I was all that when I was growing up. My mother said, "Boy, I can't wait for you to be 18," because I was not being fed the right, particularly the iron that I was lacking. They kept on saying, "You anemic." But when I go in, they give me the medicine. I take it, I feel horrible. So I threw it away, not knowing that I did the right thing because it has alkyl in it that remove hydrogen. But still, we need that. We need that kind of education that symptometry do have the right products, okay, for you and your family to live healthily. And when you live healthily, your body feels it. You feel energized because we have our ferric iron have power, pressure, strength, and force, all of it. So you feel good about it. And as my sister said, you know what? Your stool changed color. So you know you have the right iron. I didn't go through that. My stool was not, it was the same. Again, it takes an education, and it takes education for all of us to acknowledge that yes, we made mistakes in the past, but we can correct our mistakes now for our kids, for ourselves, and for our children and grandchildren. So to me, that's symptometry's story that people needs to know. We have the right solution for every. When I say this, don't snicker. We have the solution for every disease. The doctors might give you a pill to cover it for maybe 3 months. We say that, you know what? If you do what we ask you to do, you'll be able to heal and get to the bottom of it. And really seal that, seal that, that shaft that you have. You have to seal it for it to be completely over. And symptometry will help you get there. So, we're not preaching the, we walk the walk, we talk the talk. But you also have to do the heavy lifting too. The food that you eat. How much nuts do you eat? I used to be a nut eater. The yogurt, the milk, the eggs. How much do you need to take a stock of the kind of food you have? What kind of drink? Sodas? It has sulfuric acids in them. Are they good for you? What happened to the good old water, the good energy water that you can buy a little bit pricey, but it's good for you because it provides electricity your body needs. So yeah, I've changed. And as I told, my husband, I'm not going back because I'm a better person, a better woman, and a better mother than I was before I came to symptometry. So yeah, it's an education for all of us.
Absolutely. Yes, if the woman have low iron, that means she's not producing all those hormone that she need to be producing. Of course, if she's not doing that, that's a hormonal imbalance, and that would lead to bad attitude. I think that's what Rashid was referring to.
Yeah, bad
PMS, they
attitude.
call it. And
That's it.
every month you have this problem, and people wondering what's going on with her. But you're not producing the estrogen. You're not producing the estrogen. You're not producing progesterone. These hormones must be kept in balance, you know. And no one is helping her to produce those. And
And
she's anemic on top of that. So this is what
yeah,
amounts
and let
to
me share with
bad
you,
attitude.
your gynecologist is not going to help you. They're not going to help you because they don't know. That's the problem. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know the suffering you're going through. So
Absolutely.
if you expect your doctors to really help you, they are not made to train or educate. Doctors are made to do two things: to prescribe and to and to do surgery. Those are the two things they do. They're not supposed to educate you and say, oh, what kind of food did you eat last night? Why are you sick? Why are you here? They never ask you, what did you eat? You tell them and they say, okay, let me give you a pill. Go to the pharmacy. Yeah, but there's something underneath the reason why you came there, but they're not trained to do that. They're not trained on food. They don't know that food have two sides of it, the good side and the bad side, with all the preservatives and all the things that is in our food today. everything, and it's by law for them to spray some of these fungicide in our food. Do you know that? That's the law. How do you eat those food you buy from the grocery store? Do you just put it in your mouth? Do you do anything about it? What about the women who are vegetarians? Do you know that the plants were not made for you to just go plug it and eat? The plant made it to kill people that touch them. They didn't make it for you. So when you go buy a plant, there's some fungus in it. There's a lot of things in there that you need to clean up. Don't just eat it. But you plug it in your mouth. You take the strawberry and you put it in your mouth. You take the grapes and did you know where it came from? Oh, we're supposed to eat it. Yes. But did you clean it up? If you did, how did you clean it up? Okay, these are the kind of questions that we get sick and we don't even know why. Plants are not supposed to be eaten raw. No. Plants, vegetables are supposed to be cooked. Because if you don't cook it, it produces hormones, and those hormones that it grows in plant can grow in you. I was shocked when I learned that. It can grow in you. And you have all kinds of diseases. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, I ate it. But you know that plant was not made for you. The plant was made for its predators. But we do it. So let me tell you, there's a lot of things going on that we learning from symptometry, and unless you know how to cook your food properly, scientifically digest it properly, you are eating a lot of poisons, a lot of preservatives, hotel preservatives that all, even your organic food. Do you know what it means to buy organic? But you buy more for organic. What do you do when you take organic food home? These are all the things that St. Thomas is teaching us that we want to share with you, that you need to help yourself so that you have the good attitude, so that your family is stable, so that you don't have the bipolars that happens in family when they have bad attitudes. You don't have things flying off the rack because somebody's mad. So we're here to serve. We're here to say the world that, hey, symptometry is here to stay because we can help you with any diseases, any. So anyway, that's it. And I'm ready to say goodbye. And if nobody have any questions, it's been a pleasure.
Last chance for question. Anyone have a question for our guest, Mrs. Rita Taylor, certified symptometry health coach, before she has to go? We'll share it on our screen now, her information. She's a certified symptometry health coach. She has a master's degree in cellular health. Can you imagine a master's degree in cellular health?
Okay.
That's
Well,
absolutely amazing.
I
And
smile.
she's in the doctorate program at the American School of Symptometry. Here's her information, her email if you want to contact her. Her specialty is pregnancy management. Her email is info@pregnancymadeeasy.com. Phone number 469-609-0368. And her website is pregnancymadeeasy.com. Absolutely amazing. So you know someone that's getting pregnant, or going to be pregnant soon, or want to get pregnant, people having trouble getting pregnant, men having trouble getting pregnant, symptometry is the place to come to. You won't have to spend an arm and a leg to do it. People spend thousands of dollars to get pregnant. And then there's no guarantee. Then if it doesn't happen, they lose their money.
Exactly. The IVF, I didn't know, is very costly, guys. IVF is very costly.
$15,000 one time.
Yes.
And they don't give you money back if they fail.
Exactly. But if you come to symptometry, we will help you to get yourself ready, cleanse, so that you be able to get the pregnancy you're looking for. But again, There's certain requirements. You have to eat this or that. Don't eat that and all that stuff. Cook your food scientifically. Yes, we are here. We have the solution than what the medical system is providing. Unfortunately, a lot of people are hypnotized. They believe what they
Absolutely.
tell them. They are hypnotized. They're willing to go pay the $15,000 to do the IVF as a co-payment, but they are not willing to spend the money to cleanse themselves for a baby so that they can have a healthy baby. And our cost is minimum compared to what they pay, and it doesn't work most of the time. Most of the time, it doesn't. Some people go through IVF 3 times, and then they come to symptometry, and bingo, they have kids. We have it. We have the results. So, brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum, and it's a pleasure. And Brother Saheed and Yvette, enjoy the next episode of the surgery. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Rita.
Thank you.
And we thank you for joining us and sharing the information from Symptometry, certified Symptometry health coach, and soon to be Symptometry doctor, source remover, removing the source of the person, condition, and diseases. Absolutely amazing. We thank you for joining us today. We're going to take a short break, brothers and sisters. Please take a moment to call someone or connect with someone to share the link so they can also come and join us. And because we have a whole nother hour just about our information that will be shared and any question that you might have. So please do not go anywhere. Just call someone. Do a 2-way, 3-way. I'm sure you know someone that need to be on this line. So we'll be right back, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Every anomaly has a cause. For generations, we've only scratched the surface of understanding mental health. Dr. Maxwell Nardi, using the pioneering science of symptometry, delves deeper than ever before, catering to the needs of cells and blood, not just symptoms. With a fresh new approach, uncover the building blocks of your health. Redefining health science. Discover the underlying causes of mental anomalies. The book that's changing everything we know about health. Available now. Take charge of your health journey.
Thanks very much for joining me. In the midst of these unprecedented and crazy times, government shutdown, Trump's devastation of healthcare in America, climate change, the move toward authoritarianism, the horrific war in Gaza, the growth of oligarchy, et cetera, et cetera, et
Sorry
cetera.
about that, brother and sister.
I want to take a few minutes talking about another issue of enormous consequence that just doesn't get the kind of attention I think it deserves.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Sorry about that technical difficulty. Welcome back.
Live.
Exactly.
When you're live.
Well, it happens. I need an engineer or someone, need a volunteer to engineer the program. But nevertheless, we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
Those things happen. Can't do 10 things at one time.
Mhm.
We'd like to continue our program. Brothers and sisters, have any questions at all about low iron in women or any other health condition before we talk about our next topic? You're more than welcome to ask questions. So when you ask questions, we're able to share a lot more information.
Yeah.
And we're able to help more people too, and not just the person that's asking the questions.
Right.
Most people do not understand where health comes from. They think the health comes from a bottle. They think health comes from exercising. They think health comes from eating food.
Yes.
You can eat food, you can eat scientifically.
Mm-hmm.
That's still not where health comes from. You can do exercise every day, 45 minutes a day. You can run 2 or 3 miles. You can walk 5 miles a day, and that's still not be healthy.
Does not mean you're healthy. No, it doesn't.
Mean you're healthy. You can
Nope.
you can get 8 hours of sleep every night. You can drink 8 glasses of water every day, and you still could be stuck with a disease. Many of us did all of those things. I did all of those things. I was trying to stay healthy. I
Yeah,
just didn't have the information I needed.
that's how we found symptometry, trying to be
Exactly.
healthy.
Trying to be healthy. Nobody had to try to browbeat me to be healthy. I was trying already. And I
Once we
thought I
knew
was
what sickness was, yeah, once we realized
Exactly.
what sickness was and trying to avoid sickness, you're gonna be trying to seek health.
Exactly. I didn't want to pain. I didn't like pain. You see all those frowns on the person's face when they're in pain. You cannot be comfortable having pain or being in pain and the body falling apart, not knowing what's going on. I didn't want that. So I was trying to follow the rule. I didn't know that was the rule, but I knew there had to be something.
Something out
Yeah.
there
So I was
that was
trying, but
better
we just didn't
than
have all the information.
what's there.
We, yeah.
Exactly.
We stumbled into symptometry. That's how
The
we
best
found
thing that ever
symptometry.
happened.
Best
Yes.
thing.
The
Verified with
best thing.
scientific information. I said, I can learn to do this.
Yeah. And
Give me
then
the
when it
information. I
started,
can remember the information. I can use it. I can apply the information. But if you don't have the information, Miss Yvette, what can you do?
nothing.
Nothing
But
but suffer.
go with the lies and false
Yeah,
predictions
even if
that people
you,
are saying. That's
yeah.
all we can do.
But even if you refuse to listen to those lies, you still don't know what else to do. Because I didn't listen. I knew they were lying to me. So I
But
challenged
when
them.
you don't know
Look, you're
about your
lying.
health, see, when you don't know about
Exactly.
your health, you're apt to believe what sounds good.
But my problem was, Miss
What's
Yvette,
easier.
once we damage ourselves, how do you repair the damage? That's what I was missing. Before
Yes.
symptoms, I didn't have a clue about how to repair. I already knew I had damaged myself. I had
Mm-hmm.
cancer, I had prostate
Mm-hmm.
cancer, so I knew I had
Mm-hmm.
damaged something. Something wasn't working right, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to repair the damage, how to
Well,
repair the cells at that
well,
time.
yeah, we thought we knew we had to go make a doctor's appointment,
No,
right?
I
So
knew that doctor didn't know anything about my body. I
but
already told him, I said, look, doc, I'm just here to get your opinion. And I told him, I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I went there before symptoms. That's what I told him. I said, I'm going to find the right solution. And I said, I'm going to keep looking until I do. And that's what I told my doctor, believe it or not. So I wasn't doing all those things, treating
excellent.
symptoms. I said, it got to be something better than treating a symptom. What's that going to do? Make matters worse. I already knew that. So I was looking for symptometry. It couldn't come fast enough. So, brothers and sisters, we have a place we can go to get answers.
Yes. Can you put that up? We sure do. Show them the place that we can
A
go to
place we
get
can go get
answers.
answers. So when a person is sick, Ms. Yvette, they need some answers. I don't need to keep suffering every day. I don't need to be taking someone concoction. A friend would say, oh, take this. The friend would say, take that. You ask them, where do you get this from? They can't even tell you where it came from, the idea, who put it together. They can't tell you anything, but they want you to take it. No, I'm not taking that.
But people are skeptical about symptometry, but they are quick to take an aspirin.
Exactly, and not knowing what the aspirin is doing.
Well, what is this? What is symptometry? Well, what's in the product? They have all these
What's
questions,
the
but
particular?
they
You
will
explain to
go
them.
and buy an aspirin and take it. They will go buy Advil and take it. They'll go
Yes,
buy Tylenol and take it. But you give symptometry a hard time. Well, I don't know what this is, but we try to tell you, but well, I don't know, but you willingly go take pharmaceuticals and aspirins
absolutely.
and whatever else they
Absolutely.
suggest for you.
It's
You know.
absolutely amazing. And then you are, so you need a particular molecule. What is that? What's in this? Who made it? Where it come from? And you ask them, do you know what's in your pharmaceutical drug? You take it every day? That's a no. But my physician, he prescribed it, but you didn't ask him what was in it. But why are you asking me what's in the particular? And once I explain it to you, you still don't know what's in it. You still don't know. I explain it often to people. What a particular is, I just wasted time. Because they still don't know. Subatomic particles that produce enzyme and energy to help the cell to reverse, recalibrate, make adjustment, self-correct, self-regulate, self-cleanse, and self-perpetuate. That's what the particular is doing. Putting energy back in the cell when you're losing energy. That's why you're sick. You're losing energy in your heart, in your liver, in your lung, in your skin, in your brain. You're losing energy. That's why the person is sick. Energy must be in every cell, all trillion of them. 30 to 50 trillion cells. Energy must be in all of them. The inert substance or sedimentary sludge will be blocking energy and slowing things down, causing stagnation, stasis, lack of circulation. This is what we have to overcome, brother and sister. No doctor had this information to share with you. And if they had it, they still won't share it with you because they got to pay those bills where they went to school, hundreds of thousands of dollars where they went to school. And they love taking excellent vacation, and having an excellent place to stay in and cars to drive. All that costs money. So, brother and sister, we're going to talk about the downside of surgery. Since you have no more question about iron, iron is so important, brother and sister. You can be taking iron, but you can be eating food that would be iron inhibitors, all at the same time, blocking the iron from going into the cell.
Blocking vitamin C, blocking all the nutrients.
Exactly. From the
by
food
what you're eating.
Yeah,
like Miss Rita was saying, the dirty seven.
Yes.
These dirty seven will destroy your health. Let me repeat the 37. The 37.
Do that.
Okay. The dirty seven is the cause of most of our illnesses and diseases. Food is 90%. Eggs. And I mean, they promote eggs like it's the best thing since life's bread. Oh, egg is so good. Egg has so much protein. Do you know the downside of eggs? Remember what Mr. Shaheed was saying earlier. Everything has an opposite.
Yes.
Everything has an opposite. And eggs is one of them. You know, Eggland's best and the best egg, the best eggs. And I see these commercials and I'm like, do they know, what eggs have in them? Eggs have avidin.
Absolutely.
Avidin, which is a poison that eggs have. Eggs have osteosterol that when it digested and mixed with our heat in our body creates the hardest substance.
Hard as diamond.
It's oil. It's hard as diamond.
Yes.
You wonder why you have cholesterol problems that won't go down. You've been eating eggs that's hard as diamond. Eggs is one of the worst foods you can eat for human consumption. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the mishap. I'm telling you now, eggs is one of the worst foods you can eat. The worst. Chocolate.
Absolutely amazing.
Let's break down chocolate. Something that tastes so good is always the opposite. Remember that. You can't just get pleasures in life and don't expect a downside or an opposite. Like I tell these young men, y'all think these women out here are so easy. You think, I was telling my, young man that you think, sex is free.
Nothing
You
is
think
free.
these young girls is showing off their bodies and showing off themselves to give you something free? There's a downside to sex too.
Exactly.
Venereal diseases. And what are the venereal diseases going to get you? Oh, you go to the doctor and you get some antibiotics. But what that antibiotics going to do? Example, antibiotics will kill the snake, but the venom is still in you.
Still in you,
And that's the
circulating.
same thing with venereal diseases. The antibiotics will kill the snake, but the venom that they put in you is still there. So guess what? Later on in years and years, you're going to get another viral disease.
Yes.
But out there being promiscuous with every girl or boy that gives it up.
Amazing.
Protect yourself. And young men, you think it's fun in your young age right now, but you keep getting these diseases, you keep getting that so-called venom in you. You thinking, oh, I take this medication, I'm not going to protect myself because I'm just going to go to the doctor and get a shot. But do you know that that can cause cancer in later years? Because you never removed the source
Exactly.
of that venereal disease. You never removed it. So that's one of the sources of why men get cancer as they get older. They're being promiscuous out there thinking they got it made in the shade. But guess what? Okay, you wonder why you got cancer. And it ain't genetic. Genes don't cause diseases.
Right.
Hereditary. But no, it ain't even that. It's never removing the source of the disease, of the virus that entered you. Okay? So let's go back to chocolate. Health is so broad, like it's easy to get off track. Let's go to chocolate. Chocolate has theobromide. That's
Yes.
another poison. But chocolate tastes so good. It tastes so good, but it's a poison. So remember, things that taste good, that's sweet,
Especially all
be
those sweet
careful.
things.
Be careful of sweet. Bitter is therapeutic. Sweet is diseases.
A booger trap.
Booby traps.
Yes.
Remember that. Nuts. Let's talk about third. The third of the dirty seven is nuts. Nuts. Nuts cause inert substances in your body to not move, things to get stuck because it's stuck in your body. It can cause kidney issues, liver issues. Nuts don't dissolve unless you have particulates, but most of us do not use particulates. So we're
Right.
going to have those inert substances, cashews. We love cashews. What's those nuts I used to like? Pistachios, the
Yes.
green ones. And I thought they were healthy, right? Because they're green. So I thought they was the healthiest nut. Nope. Nope. Okay. So don't let color fool you. Green is not healthy. Okay. So that's the fourth one of the dirty seven is coconut oil. Fifth is palm oil. Six is butter. And seven is margarine. All those are oils. But let's take a look at oils. Now we're made of oil and water. We have to have oil and water in our bodies. HDL, the women oil. Okay. We also have HDL for men to keep our hormones straight, men's hormones straight. Okay. So these bad oils should not be in our body. Coconut oil is saturated fat, inert substance.
Absolutely.
Palm oil, what our ancestors used to cook with, fry that chicken, that big old white clump. I remember that. A big white clump she would get from under the cabinet and put in the skillet.
Right.
You know,
That's the best
butter.
saturated fat.
Yeah, butter. Oh, butter tastes good on everything. Remember that taste now. Taste is disease. Taste can be diseases. Be careful. Don't abuse the taste in your mouth. Oh, it tastes good, so I'm gonna keep on eating it. Oh, I'm gonna have that tomorrow night because it tastes good. I'm gonna keep on eating that. Pretty soon you're having pizza 7 days a week. Why? Because it tastes good. But what are you doing to yourself? If you don't have bond breakers ready for you 90 minutes later, you're gonna be in trouble. The poison bond breakers, the carcinogen bond breakers.
The
We
toxic
have
metal.
bond breakers for mostly every poison or toxic metal, viruses, bacteria. We have bond breakers for all those. Other therapeutics don't have bond breakers. They have stuff that's going to stay in your body and cause inertia where your blood can't move. This is why coconut oil, palm oil, butter, and margarine is so dangerous. Margarine is more dangerous than butter.
Yes.
You don't know what oil you're using, but when you use canola oil, when you use HDL, when you use the gamma oils that Centometry has, okay, you are doing amazing with your health. So stay away from these 37. These 37 is the ones that will cause the most havoc on your health. Eggs, chocolate, nuts, even peanut butter, almond milk, things made from nuts. Same thing.
Same
Coconut
thing.
oil, coconut water, same thing. Anything coconut, same thing. Palm oil, same thing. That makes ice cream so smooth and delicious. That makes yogurt, ice cream. They put all palm oil in it. Then they douse it in butter to make it really taste good.
Mhm.
This is why we shouldn't eat candy and sweets before dinner. Okay? Because it tastes good. Then we ain't gonna want to eat dinner. Right? We just want to eat dessert and say we full. But we're not giving our bodies cell-friendly foods. We must give them cell-friendly foods. And as you come, every week you'll learn about these cell-friendly foods, or you can contact me and I can, let you know about them and why they're healthy for you and why you should continue eating scientifically for the rest of your life. Because the foods that we cook and eat scientifically will not harm health, will not cause harm to your cells. They're cell-friendly foods, cell-friendly. Okay, so I wanted to explain those downside of the 37. Say that 3
Absolutely.
times, 37, 30. Yes, say it. 37, 7 times, 5 times
37.
as hard. But yes,
Absolutely. That clog up your systems.
yes, you will
It's a
protect your
lot of
health.
sedimentary sludge.
Yes. And any woman that wants to avoid breast issues with their breasts, any type of breast issues is caused by the 37.
Yes.
If you have breast pain, breast entanglements, you can't lean on one side of the breast. One breast feel bigger and more dense than the other. You have breast issues. Let's take a look at the 37. You have probably been eating some of those. Okay? So stay away from those if you want to prevent breast problems, breast tumors, breast cancer. Stay clear of the 37. And believe it or not, cauliflower. Stay
Absolutely.
away from cauliflower to have healthy breasts. Okay, I just wanted to follow
Excellent.
up that with iron.
Excellent. We're going to share some information about the downside of surgery. Is surgery always necessary? No, they're not necessary all the time. You should only have
No.
surgery when it's absolutely necessary. When do you know that it's absolutely necessary? You know by getting a second opinion, listening to someone else, because that first opinion might just be just for business sake, making money. It might be other options that are available rather than surgery. Rather than surgery. There are always complications after surgery, especially when the person has to go under the anesthesia. You never know. You can't take any of these things for granted. A lot of people go under anesthesia, Miss Yvette, and they never wake up after the surgery is over with because they could have an allergic reaction from the anesthesia. What kind
Or
of
ate
anesthesia are
something.
they using? You don't know. They could have
Yes.
ate something before they had the surgery that
Mm-hmm.
conflict with the anesthesia. You just
Mm-hmm.
never know. But we take so much for granted. Oh, and we take surgery lightly. There's no surgery should be taken lightly.
Mm-mm.
If the body is cut, there's two bacteria we're born with, streptococcus and staphylococcus, go wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time the body is cut, there's nerves severed. You also
Mm-hmm.
cut the nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you start healing, you're going to have scar tissues. Does your physician know what to do with the scar tissue so the nerve will grow back into their shafts? So you won't be feeling all these funny things going through the body at certain times? No, they don't. Don't even think about it. So you have that scar tissue. It's another form of blockages. The cells are not able to communicate. The nerves have been cut. The nerves are embedded in muscle. Then you might get muscle moving all by themselves. So there's a lot to think about before you have surgery. You should see if it's absolutely necessary.
Necessary.
Many surgery would end in a disability, Miss Yvette.
Yes.
Will end
That's
in a
real.
disability. You're not going to be the same.
Mm-mm.
People have knee surgery, their knee is never the same.
Mm.
You're going to end up walking with a cane or on a walker.
Mm-hmm.
Elbow surgery,
Mm.
surgery on your wrist. That means you might not hold a cup again. You won't
Yep.
be able to string out a washcloth, a dishcloth.
Mm-mm.
Won't be able to wring it out. You won't have the strength to open the door knob if you have surgery on your wrist.
Mm.
We take so much for granted. Then you're going to be able to hold a cup. Now, if you don't have strength in your wrist, just because you had surgery, you had carpal tunnel syndrome, something like that, and you wouldn't have surgery, and you can't even move your fingers now.
That's that downside.
That's the downside.
Right? It's that
Absolutely.
downside.
The downside. And people have all kinds of surgery, Miss Yvette, and we just think it's normal to have your tonsil taken out, to have your thyroid gland removed, to have your gallbladder removed. You even ask, how's my life going to be without that? The Almighty did not put any organ or tissue or anything in us just for decoration, just to have it there, just because it's aesthetic and it looks good. No, there's a function. There's form and function. Even our appendix have a function.
Yes.
But we're so ready to take it out. Go get rid of it.
Yeah. But what as doctors do is we get to the source, why it happened in the first place. Why is surgery needed? What happened?
Exactly.
See, we'll tell you that. We'll tell you the source of why you got a swollen thyroid, why you got a gallstones in your gallbladder. We'll tell you that. We're not just going to say, oh, well, you need surgery. Exactly. Well, how did this gallstone happen?
What's the problem with the gallstone? What is it? How did it get there?
Yes.
So you just have to go deeper and ask more questions. There's a source, a reason. And you don't have to remove the organ or have a transplant. Since the organ is made of cells, you can decongest the cell. You can help the cell to recalibrate. You can help the cell to self-correct, self-regulate. You can help the cells to begin to divide again. If the kidneys are compromised and they're congested, you don't have to go on dialysis. You need to remove the congestion. We have particulars that can do that. You don't have to have a transplant. You can put your own kidney back to good health. You can reverse it. You can reverse the chronic kidney condition. You don't have to be on that transplant list. You don't have to go that route. There are other options available, brothers and sisters. The kidney can be made healthy again. If you take action, do something. Don't just let time just pass you by and think it's going to get better. It's going to go away. It's not going away. Unless you're going to make it more and more chronic, because you don't know how to correct your dietary mistakes, your lifestyle mistakes, and what you've been exposed to. And the sooner you reach the saturation point, then you're going to have more issues. I see we have a hand raised. You already unmuted. You can go ahead and ask your question or make a comment. The window with the hand raised.
Yes.
It said iPhone.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for taking my question. My granddaughter is on dialysis now. She just got on it maybe less than a year.
Wow.
I'm wondering what can I tell her?
Well, she got a lot of work to do. How did she end
Yeah.
up on dialysis? Do you know?
No, she said she didn't know.
She don't know what she did, and the doctor did not explain to her why she ended up on dialysis.
No, not that I know of. I'm not sure, but do she ask him or is he supposed to tell her
Look,
why
before you
she's
put
on
me on
dialysis?
dialysis, I would know everything about why I'm on it, why I have to get on it. What happened,
Okay.
doctor? What did I do? What mistakes did I make?
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
the kidneys have, each kidney have 1 million nephrons. Those are the filters that filter our blood.
Mm-hmm.
And since we have to eat food to live, Sister Lala, we have to eat food to live, right?
Right.
Every time we eat food, it is because we have salt in our blood. The salt is going to react with the nutrients and non-nutrients in the food, producing debris. And no one ever told her that you have to be responsible for removing debris from eating. There's a downside to eating. And we eat the wrong food, it's going to do what? Produce more debris that will be in our kidneys. And then we select the wrong food to eat, like eggs, milk, that will cause calcification. Eggs, bad cholesterol. Cholesterol produce plaque, plaque in the artery, plaque in the veins, capillary. Capillary nourish our kidneys. You get plaque there, then the kidney will not have nutrients and resources going into it to do what it needs to do to produce energy to stay healthy. All these things would be happening. Then the person drink milk. They drink milk. And milk is a phosphorus protein. It would compromise 3 of the amino acids in our DNA. See, this is information that every person needs to know. And you won't end up in dialysis. What kind of peas and beans did she eat? Did she eat peas and beans? So
I
these are
believe
the
so.
questions. Yeah, she ate peas and beans has lectins. A lot of lectin, a lot of spontanein, a lot of phytol. All these things would be clogging the kidney. They clog the kidneys. Kidneys are like filters, sponges to filter our blood, right? So if they get clogged, that means the capacity of what they're able to filter will go down. Once that capacity get down below 60, you have a kidney issue. You have a kidney problem. And she went to the doctor. If she go to the doctor every year to do her lab work, and we should all do that, they will see her capacity of her kidney going down and down and down. So if the doctor saw this, why the doctor did not inform her?
Right.
That your GFR ratio should be at least 60 or above. If you get down below 60, you should be doing something. But she wasn't told, or that she was told and didn't know what to do. And since she didn't know about symptometry, then her kidney kept losing capacity. 1 million nephron in each kidney. If you lose 500,000 of them in one, then you lose 50% of your capacity. They keep getting clogged. If you don't use particulate to ionize periodically your kidney, then they're going to get down where the capacity is down around 20, 25. And that's when your doctor going to say, oh, you got to go on dialysis. But at that point, if you still have known about symptometry, come to symptometry, get the particulate to remove the congestion, and drink the right amount of water. Correct your dietary mistakes. Don't eat fruits. Don't eat raw plants. Cook your starchy food using the double burner method. All these things that the person must know how to do. Change the oil that you're cooking with. You must change the salt that you're cooking with. If the person is cooking with Himalayan salt, pink salt, rock salt, iodized sea salt, and all these things, they're going to produce more debris. They're going to be blocking their kidney. They're going to clog their kidneys. See, all this information that we teach on this program could prevent her from being on dialysis. Now, symptometry can continue to improve her health while she's on dialysis. She needs to have a kidney ironized. And,
Okay.
and one of us need to be teaching her how to correct her dietary mistakes. It's the food she's been eating all these years. And she used butter, margarine.
Those 37, remember that.
Ate chocolate, all these things the person did. And they ate raw food, uncooked, salad. All these things that happened. Walaikum salam. Thank you for joining us. You understand what I'm saying, Sister Lala? I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying because this would be help for her.
Yes, I was just listening, so I had myself on mute. Thank you.
This would be help for her. She needs to come to symptometry if she has a mind made up. But if see, health is an individual journey. You can share symptometry with her. It doesn't mean that she want to do it. And she might be comfortable going to dialysis 3 times a week. I know about dialysis because my mother had to go on dialysis. I did my best to talk her into not going on dialysis, to find another method. But she was scared by the doctor. She believed what the doctor said. And her doctor and
they're scared.
Yeah, and her health went downhill from that point when she first started the dialysis. Downhill. Downhill. And I repeated that 3 times for emphasis. A person doesn't have to go on dialysis. You can get the kidney back to normal function. Remove the concretion. Remove the the plaque. Remove what's blocking the cells in the kidney from functioning at its optimal level. Our cells have the ability to self-correct, people. It will give them what they need. Symptometry has the particulars of the molecule to nourish them properly, to remove the calcification. See, when the kidney or any organ is not properly nourished, then calcification takes the place of the nourishment. When they have blockages and you don't remove them, calcification will set in where the cell will be on lockdown. And then they won't be able to produce what makes the cell of those organs normal. They won't function properly. Did she drink the right water? She probably didn't. She didn't know the right water to drink. So she wasn't able to give her kidneys any help. They were seeking help. They were asking for help because she had symptoms. But she took them lightly. But it's still not over. It's up to her to get the necessary information that she needs and start working to improve her health, energizing her kidneys again. Energy, that's what's missing. She's losing energy. Not only in the kidneys, there's other organs because the kidney does so many different functions for our body. But that dialysis machine is just going to filter the blood. That's it. And also, for your information, the substance that they use for filtering the blood is also an inert substance that's going to be circulating in the person's blood, causing more problems. That's why the person's health goes down. Health will be denied because the very substance that they use for filtering the blood in those machines are inert substances. They're loaded with inertia. These are the facts. So if you want help, please let her know about us and we can improve her health if that's what she wants. But she has to be willing to do what she needs to do. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And that's one of the people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, they have to be willing to try symptometry, not be skeptical because it won't work. You have to follow your mind, follow what led you to symptometry. You know, if it feels right, if it feels right, I always say, if it feels right, you know, try it and be amazed of the healing that's going to be coming your way. That's what I
Absolutely.
tell people who call the office and ask about what is symptometry, how can symptometry help me? I explain to them, you're going to experience healing like you've never experienced before, without side effects, without the worry of side effects,
Exactly.
you
Absolutely.
know? Because I was always skeptical of taking pharmaceuticals, wondering if that side effect would hurt me. We want to think, oh, it's not going to hurt me. I'm strong, I'm robust, but I'm taking pharmaceuticals. Something wrong with that picture.
Absolutely.
you know? So every time I take it, I'm weary. Will I be the person that the side effect is going to happen to? I'd rather take a
Mhm.
therapeutic that's safe, that's cell-friendly, okay? Something that's going to remove and break up inert substances in our blood.
Yes.
There's no other
Mhm.
therapeutic that's going to break up substances in our blood. Carcinogens that we eat from French fries, from potato chips, from things that's fried. We're not saying it's the actual potato chip, but it's how it's cooked. Anything
Okay.
flash fried, it has carcinogens.
Huh?
Anything flash fried, potato chips, French
Mm-hmm.
fries,
Uh-huh.
have carcinogens, which is cancer-causing chemicals,
Oh my.
okay, in your foods. I mean, that gets in your
Oh.
body. But symptometry has bond breakers that breaks those carcinogens up.
Symptometry. I'm sorry. How do you spell sim,
You have the word
symptometry?
symptom. You have the word symptom.
Okay.
Symptom. Add ETRY. Symptometry. You see the word symptom, then add
Symptom.
ETRY. That's symptometry, which is the most natural and scientific means to address the needs of our cells, help our cells to self-correct. See, our cells can correct themselves, but they need our help. They can self-regulate, self-cleanse, they can recalibrate. And since they divide, they're able to self-perpetuate. They can keep going and keep going with new cell replacing old cell. But what we do, we eat food that stops cell division. An old cell cannot do what new cell can do. But we stop cell division. There are two enzymes that we deactivate for cell division. And therefore our cell would not divide. If the cells don't divide, then you won't be able to produce brain, body, and cells essential to keep you normal, to keep the organs normal, to keep the system normal. This is the problem. Chaotic
Okay.
eating. Food is 90% of the time is why we have a disease.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah.
The other
Um,
5% is exposure. The other 5% would be accident.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the time is what you're eating. Then
mm,
exposure, then accident. Those are the three ways only that you can get a disease. Consumption, exposure, accident. That's not that many that you had to figure out what to do, how to protect yourself.
okay.
But you have to be taught how to protect yourself and live on this toxic planet. They call planet Earth. It's predatory, adversary, and toxic.
Mm.
We think it's the garden. It's not paradise. It's not garden. Got
Right.
everything here trying to do you in. A lot of
Mm.
those predators walk on two legs. And they have two arms and a head with a mouth and two eyes, two ears. We think they're human, but they're not. They're demons.
Mm.
and they take advantage of you and me if you're not careful.
Yes, gotta be careful.
Yes. So they set up booger traps for us to take advantage of us. So that's what we have to look out for, being taken advantage of. There's so much for us to learn, brother and sister.
Yes. Yes. But learning it at the American School of Symptometry gives you a heads up.
Yes,
It
the
gives you,
edge.
you know, the advantage
Yes.
over, you know, others because you know about your health. See, it's important that you know about your health, why you get sick, how to avoid the foods, about the dirty seven, how to avoid those foods, how to avoid different vegetables that causes sickness, how to clean them, how to vaporize them. We have to be proactive about our own health. And this is what we're taught. This is why we have degrees in cellular health,
Yes.
in scientific eating and living. Okay? We must learn how to make ourselves healthier by feeding them cell-friendly foods, cleaning them with bond breakers, cell-friendly therapeutics. Everything we do is cell-friendly. No harm to our bodies whatsoever. We don't have a exclaimer saying, oh, this may cause this may cause that. We don't have exclaimers here on our therapeutics. Follow the instructions and watch your body come back to life.
Absolutely.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
So our time just go by so fast, Mr. Bett.
Oh goodness, it's time already. Yes.
Here upon us already. We have a few minutes left. We're going to share our information and we're going to share our website, the American School of Symptometry website, not for profit. They're absolutely amazing. Look like the time go by so fast when we're having fun sharing the information of optimal health here on AM 360. It's just absolutely amazing what we're learning at the American School of Symptometry. We're taking care of the needs of ourselves. We're being taught how to do that, how to remove the calcification from our cells when they go on lockdown. We have any organ like the kidneys being on lockdown. We're able to remove the lockdown by using particulates and molecules to nourish them properly, to break the bond on those things that lock down our cells, and learning how to do that and how to prevent ourselves from falling into the booger traps.
Yes, do preventives.
Are preventable. We don't have to have them in the first place if we know what to do. If we are observant and aware of where we are, who we are, and what we are. We're on planet Earth, first of all, and there's toxic predators everywhere. Microbes, parasites, protozoa, worms. These things are everywhere. Many of them you cannot even see. And if you have their growth factor, their food that they're looking for to eat in a nice warm place to live inside of you, that's where they'll be. So you have to make it uncomfortable for them. Producing T cell, B cell, interferon that's ferocious.
The blood clean, yes. Keep circulation going.
Clean. Absolutely. Enhance circulation so blood will move fast with speed. Otherwise, you're going to have growth factor attracting micro things you cannot even see that's going to be making you sick. Then you're going to be eating chaotically because no one is teaching you scientific eating and cooking. You walk into a supermarket and you get strawberry and put them into your mouth, and grapes and put them into your mouth without even washing them off. People do that every day.
Oh, they use their shirt.
Yeah.
They use their shirt and wipe it off. But it's
even
not.
They use a napkin or a tissue.
Removing the micro.
Won't remove anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't wash it.
Glued to them. The fungus is glued to them.
Glued.
Glued. You have to force them off of that.
Yes.
If not, you're going to consume it.
Yeah.
And once the fungus get inside of you, you got another problem. It's not going anywhere unless you force them out of your body. You have to know how to do that. Then those things have worms. Now, worm you can see and worm you cannot see. What are you going to do about them? when they get inside you.
Right. Right.
It's just problem after problem after
Oh,
problem. These
goodness.
are the reasons why the person would be sick.
Oh, yeah.
And the worm would be stirring out
Mm.
toxic, leaving toxic in your
Mm.
blood. Even if you got rid of them, now you have to know how to remove their toxic from your blood. It will circulate forever until you come to symptometry to have them removed. These are the facts, brother and sister. I'm not trying to scare anyone. This is planet Earth, and we take so much for granted.
Mm.
So if you have a need for a certified symptometry health coach, you see our information there on the screen. Certified symptometry health coaches. My wife and I, you see my name, Abdul Shaheed, and you all know.
Mm-hmm.
You see my email address, ashaheed2@gmail.com. A new phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you make the note, correct the phone number, 470-755-6506. Please contact us. The email for the website,
Screenshot.
the website is amsos.org. What were you saying, Sister Lala?
I'm a screenshot it.
Oh, okay, please do. And then we
Yeah.
already went over
Alhamdulillah.
Miss Rita information. And here's Miss Yvette information.
Okay.
Her specialty is scientific
Okay.
recipes. She has 2 recipe books out. Feel free to contact her, find out how to order them. For scientific recipe 18@gmail.com, her email. Phone number 708-541-3286. And her website is scientificrecipes.com. So what excuse do we have not to work on our health? We have no excuse here today.
Right.
Especially the people who know now about symptometry and know about
That's
this
right.
optimal health. We have so much information available. Go to the website. Articles posted on that website. Some of the articles that's posted on the website you can go to and start learning. Anesthesia and the cancer risk. If a person undergoes surgery, undergo a tooth extraction or whatever, and they use anesthesia so they don't feel the pain, then you're setting yourself up for cancer. You can have cancer later, long after that tooth has been removed, or long after the procedure of the surgery has been done. And you healed, you thought you healed, but you can have a cancer risk from using anesthesia. The downside of anesthesia. These are different articles posted on the website. The downside of surgery. Healthy longevity. What is healthy longevity? That's what we talk about here. Not just being healthy, not just living a long time, but both going together. Healthy longevity. Low iron in women. We talked about that earlier. Why die prematurely? People think the Almighty say, okay, it's time for you to die. Well, we have a lot to do with that. If we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't know what to do to keep
That's
living,
right.
then
That's right.
expect a short life expectancy. God had nothing to do with it. He gave us everything. He sent us here
Yes.
equipped with everything. We're the one making
Yes.
mistakes.
He don't want us in heaven.
Right. He don't need us there either.
He need us here on
Doing
earth.
what his work right here is waking up people.
Yes.
That's what we need to be. That's why he sent us here. He didn't
That's
send us
right.
somewhere else. He sent us here. Why he want us where he is? To do what? No, brothers and sisters. He need us healthy and alive, not sick and dying. We have to change our mindset. We've been sold a bill of goods, and those bill of goods not helping us today. So please go to the website, read the article posted there. And we thank you so very much for joining us here on Optimal Health on AM 360. Brothers and sisters, we're going to close out. I see we have Imam Abdul Aziz here. And we'll see if we can make him the host. And we'll be able to, well, I think you know how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and let me say stop YouTube right here now.